It feels like all we talk about lately is prospects, but they are awesome. So let's do it again. Next on Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. Welcome into FBT in 5. As always, make sure to follow and stream us on Spotify. Today is Tuesday, June 21st. I am Frank Stanfield, joined by Scott White. Let's take a look at that debut by Oneil Cruz where he went 2 for 4, hit a double, 4 RBI. He's hitting the ball hard. He's throwing the ball hard. What'd you see, Scott? And where might you put him in the rankings moving forward?
Well, we've had a lot to say about Oneil Cruz's skills already, how hard he impacts the ball, just how special the tools are. But to see them all on display in his first game, technically not his first big league game because he made a couple appearances down the stretch last year, but the first game anybody took notice of, it was exactly what we wanted to see. I mean, he had first of all, defensively, maybe a little rough around the edges of shortstop, but he had the hardest throw of any infielder this season on a play on a routine ground ball early in the game. And then he comes up to the plate with the bases loaded later on and hits a ball 112.9 miles per hour to center field, goes past the center fielder, bases clearing double. He also had a single in the game, 4 RBI total in his first game of the season. That ball that he hit, 112.9 miles per hour, only 47 players in all the majors have hit a ball that hard this season. I believe it was the hardest for any Pirates player this season already, which, by the way, last year he set a StatCast record in just the couple games that he played, a StatCast record for hardest hit ball by a Pirates hitter. So, he hits the ball incredibly hard. Average exit velocity among the top 100 prospects for baseball. America last year was 94 miles per hour is what they had him for. No one else in the top 100 was 91. I mean, we're talking outlier power potential here from Oneil Cruz. And by the way, he can also steal bases. So none of these are guaranteers of success. At 6'7", he's going to have a hard time keeping his mechanics consistent, and he's had contact issues at times in the minors anyway. Could be worse in the majors, could be prohibitive. But like the upside is clearly so high that you have to take a shot on him in all leagues. And, he's been scooped up by now in most, but not all. He needs to be picked up everywhere.
78% rostered, could still be out there in some shallow leagues. And let's talk about a few other prospects from Monday. Josh Lowe got recalled by the Tampa Bay Rays, and since the start of May at AAA, he was hitting .299 with 6 home runs, 6 stolen bases. The other name here, Jarren Duran, who we've mentioned a few times in the past, went 2 for 3 with a walk, 2 steals, has now led off all 5 games that he has started since being recalled by the Boston Red Sox. Scott, what do you think of both of these guys, Joshua Lowe and Jarren Duran? Who would you rather have?
Well, Lowe might have a clearer opportunity since it looks like Manuel Margot's going on the IL for the Rays. I'm not that confident in Lowe, to be honest with you, though. He was striking out more than 30% of the time at AAA. That would be a scary rate in the majors. At AAA, it's even worse. And obviously, he didn't show much when we saw him up previously. Jarren Duran, I don't know why the Red Sox haven't committed an everyday job to him already. They have plenty of weak points in the outfield. And whenever they do get him in the lineup, they bat him leadoff. So that would seem to suggest they think he's better than most of what they have, too. I hope this game Monday was the clincher for him, getting on base 3 times, stealing 2 bases. I think if he does stick around, he could be a big help in batting average and especially stolen bases and runs scored.
All right, let's take a look at a few bullpens before we wrap up, and we'll start with the Red Sox. Tanner Houck allowed a hit, but picked up his 5th save. He now has each of the last 5 saves for the Boston Red Sox. He's 70% rostered, and Scott, I would say, look, any league where you need saves, you should add Tanner Houck because he very clearly seems like the guy.
Yeah, he does. I think he has each of the last 5 for the Red Sox now, and we haven't seen Alex Cora use any other reliever that consistently in the 9th. I mean, none of them deserved it. So I think Houck's claimed the role.
For the White Sox, we know Liam Hendriks is on the IL. Kendall Graveman pitched the 8th inning on Monday, and we all just kind of assumed he was the closer, but it was Joe Kelly who pitched in the 9th, and he picked up his first save of the season. How are you handling this White Sox bullpen?
Well, you said it. I mean, I don't think the White Sox ever said, okay, Graveman's the guy with Liam Hendriks out. He had been consistently the 8th inning guy, so it made sense. But because they don't have that established closer now, they might go with the more modern approach of using their best reliever in the highest leverage situation, which will usually be the 9th inning, but not always. So maybe that takes the wind out of Graveman's sails. I would guess, it doesn't seem like this is going to be a long-term absence for Hendriks anyway. So I guess don't go crazy for Graveman if you haven't already.
Yeah. So we're taking Tanner Houck over Kendall Graveman, especially if we're thinking long-term as well. For more extensive fantasy baseball coverage, listen to the Fantasy Baseball Today podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, your smart speakers, or anywhere else podcasts are found. And thanks for listening to Fantasy Baseball Today in 5. We'll be back again tomorrow morning. Bye-bye.